computer. Okay, we're good. All right. Well, it's nice to see you all. Like I said, these webinars we will be doing every single week. I think Thursdays is just working better for me. It's working better for Mel. Mel had a training tonight for the coaches, so she couldn't be on earlier, but it's all good. That happens sometimes. So there's a couple things that I wanted to talk about tonight just to get started, and then we're going to open it up to a Q&A. So I hope that you guys all have at least one question. And so what I wanted to talk about is consistency and how to get out of a funk when you're not getting results. So somebody asked me not very long ago, they said, and I think I kind of touched on this last week, but how do you know when it's time to like just quit or back off or whatever, take a break? The thing is really, you guys, is there's not really an opportunity to ever pull right out. Every single thing that I do, I'm constantly thinking, and you know what? I'm going to be totally honest with you. Be obsessed. Be obsessed. If you want success, be obsessed. I went through something recently where I realized I didn't have a lot of like a social circle. I was like, wow, now that I have a nanny, I actually have some free time. And I was like, I don't have a lot of friends around here. Like all my friends are like really my close friends are pretty much in here now. I do have, obviously I still have friends, but I closed off my social circle quite a bit. The wind is windy. You can hear it. Okay. It's hot in here. I'll close it though. Thanks, Mel, for letting me know. There. Is that better? Hopefully that's better. Movie star. Yeah, I was going for Beyonce here. It's just really hot up here. So being obsessed with your business is not a negative thing. And I know that some people have said before, like, you should never be obsessed with anything that's not positive. But really, when it comes to business and starting a new business, you kind of have to be a little bit obsessed with getting results, obsessed with creating content. So I have been watching Sunny Lenarduzzi like regularly, and she recommended a really good idea, which I am going to be doing, and I think that you guys should try it too. So I think that this is like the biggest struggle most people have in business, in what we do, is content creation. Who feels like that? I would like to just see how many of you actually that's your biggest struggle, is getting content out regularly, just out of curiosity. Because I believe this is the number one reason that people do struggle. And it's just one person, and two. And I'll tell you what, you guys, as a marketer, if you're not creating content, and actually I should see all of you writing on there, because I watch everything, and it is very rare that I see somebody putting out content, a variety of content every single day that is super inspirational, and you can tell it's inspired. So I have too much. I'm not sure what to post. My biggest struggle is how to put it out. So Shane, you have a lot of content, but you need more variety. So you need to step up your content game. So consistency is not really an issue with you anymore. Now it's creating valuable content. So that's why I would start, editing in a headline at the top and the bottom, like Brian's been talking about. And instead of go lives, creating content videos that are 2 hours long, because all it takes is one to go viral. There's like a video right now going on. I'm sure you guys have seen it. It's a mother, she dives in the pool, and then her son dives in, and then the baby just like flatlines, and it's super duper cute. But it has like 70 million views, and I'm like, do you know how much money they made off that video? Do you know how much money they're making off that video right now? Like, insane. They're making freaking hundreds of thousands of dollars probably. So, and it is epic. I agree. But And that doesn't even have, like, she's just driving. It's actually a page. It's a woman that has a page. It's something mommy or whatever. What do you think has happened to her page? Anything that she's selling, she just increased 70 million people. Imagine if you could get in front of 70 million people. This is why the content videos are huge. And this coming from me that hasn't been putting out a lot of content, but I know that that's my issue. I know consistency is my issue. So what have I been doing? Finding a way that I can do this. So what I'm going to be doing, and I know that my budget might be a little different from other people, but I am literally going to hire a crew, and I'm going to go and I am going to shoot 6 months of content one day. I'm going to bring a bunch of different outfits. I'm going to change my hair a bunch of different times. And I'm literally going to shoot like 6 months of content, which means like 6 months of content would be 24 videos. And I'm going to do that in one day because I'm going to put out one a week. So now that's like an extreme version. But the point is, I would honestly keep a spare set of clothes with you wherever you go, because we've talked about inspired content and just creating content. There's a difference, right? Like inspired, like that's the thing. It's like, you're like, oh, I feel inspired today. Oh my God, I have so much to say. Okay. And then you jump in front of your phone and you do a go live and you one off it and then you're one and done. Well, why not do a few, right? All you have to do is literally turn, and it could look like you're in a totally different spot. Change your hair, change your shirt, whatever it is. But when you are feeling inspired to do content, do a lot of content so that you can create a bunch of content for yourself. And then you have some ammo. So who thinks that is a good idea? I think it's a fantastic idea, and I'm excited to do it. And this is how I'm going to be moving forward. Yesterday, I did a go live on my page, which I haven't done for a super long time. And I sent out 4 buy links from one video. And it's got like 19 shares or something. It's got like, I haven't even boosted it. I've spent no money and it's got almost 2,000 likes. Maybe I'm exaggerating. It was at 1.3 this morning. So I'm assuming it's got another 500 at least. So the point is, if you're not creating content, you cannot generate traffic. And what we're doing is we're gathering traffic. So people are so wrapped up in ads. Be wrapped up in content. And this might sound like a broken record because I know Brian's been talking a lot about it, but I just really want to put into perspective why it's important. And from someone that I know, every time I put out content, like I send out a buy link. And whether or not people actually take advantage of that, I know it's triggering people to want to move forward in building a business. If you haven't watched that go live that I did yesterday, not that I'm just plugging myself, but it did get a lot of shares because it is true. And I talked about, if any of you haven't seen it, just in a nutshell, basically I talked about why, if you're getting started, now is the best time to get started, because in a year from now, like, we're all going to be leveled up a year. Like, think of where we're going to be in a year from now. It's going to not be the same, and it's going to be a lot harder for people to get going. So that goes for you too. Like, if you know somebody that you think would do really well with this, sorry, it's getting dark. It's time. It's time to connect with people. Share them that go live video that I did. If that helps you. Use content. If you can't, and this is the thing, is you can't always create your own content. And I understand that. In the beginning, it can get really overwhelming, but you guys can use me. You can use Mel, right? Like, you use us, use our content, and always also be creating yourself. So another thing about content is variety is really important. So not just shooting videos, but do a variety, do a go live, do a YouTube video, and then when you see something that sticks, then start to do more of that, right? My go lives always do well, which is why I know that I need to do more of them. But I think also one of the reasons I do well is because I don't overdo them. I have seen people overdo go lives, and honestly, I would put out one a week. That's it. And if you guys didn't check out that training I posted, it talks about like being consistent. So if you post the same time, so say you do Thursday at noon. That was when I was doing my Shauna Unleashed series. And by after 4 or 5 episodes, I had 5,000 organic views, not paid for. So I do believe if you can If you're not muted, please mute yourself. If I believe that if you're consistent with the times that you are posting, I do think it'll make a difference. So, perfect for busy mom life. It was amazing value. Good, Kate. So the point is, keep a spare change of clothes with you all the time. Also, another thing that I never leave the house with is my laptop. I mentioned this before, I think on another training, but you should never, if you don't have a laptop, that's fine. But if you have a laptop, you should never be leaving home without it. Because if you do get inspired and you have something inspired and you want to go run with it, then you got to give yourself the opportunity. So set yourself up for success. Most people struggle with content creation. So have that. It's about setting yourself up, because then when the opportunity comes, you bite on, you latch on, and you suck it for all it's worth. And that's the way that I roll with inspiration. And I'm going to be doing a whole lot more of it. So I hope that's helpful. It's just a little tip that I do recommend. Also, for those of you that aren't learning something every day, if you're not learning something every day, it's going to be really hard to get inspired. So if you're finding that you just can't keep up with reading or whatever, jump on YouTube. YouTube's amazing. There's so much on there. And every day I learn something new from YouTube. Check it out. Find somebody that inspires you, and then follow them and watch everything that they do and get inspiration from that. Don't ever steal anybody's content, but we all inspire each other. So I hope that's helpful. I'm trying to think of one more tip that I learned this week, something tangible. And this is the thing. Okay. This is one thing I really want to hit home for you guys. Don't just talk about someone's not muted. Can you mute yourselves, please, as you come in? It's just a lot of background noise. I don't want to have to go through. Okay, well, I'm going to go through because someone's not listening. Okay, we're all good now. So this is like, I thought about this the other day, and it's like, hey guys, somebody please mute yourself. We're getting a ton of background music or sound. This is basic. Every time you come in, mute, please. Thanks. Don't make me get sassy. Okay, so the biggest thing is this is one of the biggest problems I also see, and someone said it and I was like, yes, somebody said this. I'm going to do a go live on it. So don't steal my go live idea. But everybody's talking about manifesting and manifest this and manifest your life. And that's great. There's absolutely a place for that. I'm seriously going to lose my mind. Somebody is not muted. Okay. Somebody keeps unmuting yourselves. So if you're listening to this, don't unmute yourself. So now I can't even remember what I was talking about. Oh yeah. Okay. So, everybody's talking about manifest your life and manifest and manifest and manifest. And yes, there's a place for that. But you guys, you know what? Manifesting doesn't do shit if you're not doing tangible things. You can't just manifest. It's like I'm going to manifest being skinny and then I'm going to go eat a cheeseburger. Manifesting is great. And yes, a personal development is a massive part of what we do. And that's mainly to help you with confidence. Confidence is massive. And that's one of the biggest things that we learn here. But it's not enough to just be talking about manifesting. What are you learning? Can you teach people something? What can you teach them? What you guys will find is a lot of my stuff, the reason it does good is because I'm actually giving people tactile information, something that they can take home and they can use and apply to make money in some way. So picking up the magic and reading it every day is not going to make someone money. It's going to help that once they're using the vehicle, but if you're finding you're just attracting the wrong people, it's because you're all personal development based. So start using tactile information. And that doesn't mean that you teach somebody something that you read last night and you haven't used. But the thing is, you guys, is if you're learning something, you should be applying it for a period of time to see if it works. And then once you know it works, then talk about it. But you have to give people tactile information. Does this make sense? Start talking about shit that people can use. Because all personal development, it's fluffy. And it's great. Again, there's a place for it, but the place for it is a small portion. Get into the guts of what actually you're learning. And that's why, and this is why, you guys, when I tell people to write ads, I tell them to use a statistic, because it's something that people can grab onto, right? It's like whatever it is, whatever statistic. You guys all know your statistics. But the thing is it's something real, and it's something that makes sense. So start thinking how you can start relaying information that can help people learn. For example, 72 million people, they say, in the next 30 or 15 years or 5 years, I can't remember what it is, are going to start an online business. Shit like that. That's huge. Why? Because all the money is online. Everybody's online. And then start talking about why that is. What are you learning? What exactly are you learning that you can share with people? The number one way to shoot a good video, get in front of a window, just little stuff like that. Does this make sense to you guys? I can't think of anything specific right now, but I feel like I'm being pretty clear about that. Yeah, you know what, Erin, I'm just going to start doing is I can actually set it up so it automatically mutes people on entry. And I'm going to do that next time. I just have to start rolling with seemingly crazy ideas I have. Absolutely. Run with crazy ideas. Crazy sells. YouTube is my number one inspiration. Perfect, Natasha. Again, if you're watching YouTube, don't just watch Abraham Hicks. Find somebody that knows what they're talking about and listen to them. Russell Brunson, somebody that's making millions of dollars doing this, okay? So that's what I mean, the balance, right? And if you're reading books, don't just be reading whoever. I'm not really on it with my information today as far as being clear. My executive communication sucks tonight, but do you guys understand what I'm saying? You got to have something tactile, tangible. Is subscribe to a variety of channels. Perfect. Casey Neistat is awesome. He does everything, but he's a movie genius. Yeah, so he could help you with videos if you want, but not really. I would say follow marketers. Find marketers. Gary Vee, Sunny Lenarduzzi. If you're following any of those, they do interviews. Some of the biggest, Lewis Howe is huge. Tim Ferriss is huge. Find marketers, people that have built their own brand and are making millions doing it, and watch them. Grant Cardone, who is going to be in Vancouver in September, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be there. So if anybody else is interested in that, I think it's going to be a really cool event. And Sandy Lenarduzzi is going to be there too. So let's open this up to questions. We're already 30 minutes in, and I don't want to keep anybody past the 45 to 50-minute mark tonight. So start dishing out your questions, and I can start answering them. Ooh, I want to go to Van. Okay, Mel, maybe we'll talk after this. Maybe you and I should go. That'd be fun. Grant Cardone is freaking brilliant, and so is Sunny. A girl makes millions a year, and I'm pretty sure she's the same age as me. Don't play small. I had questions about content and you answered them for the most part. Perfect. Well, that's good. Yay, Shane. Anybody else have any questions? Please ask me a question. Unmute yourself and just ask the question. There's only 16 people on here. And because you're all just jumping to ask questions.
Okay, hey, it's Christina.
Hey, Christina.
Hi. I just have a question about when we're split testing for different copies and different photos. How are you organizing it so it doesn't look cluttered on your page?
So the only purpose I would have for a dark post is that,
Okay.
is testing. And I used to do that. And so I've told people about a little trick that I do, is a lot of times I'll take an old post and I'll change it into an ad, like a pill post that's got like lots of likes and stuff. You can't change the picture, but you can change the ad copy. So sometimes when I'm testing an ad copy, I'll just go and change them all, and you can't tell, right? Like, so that's a one way to kind of tricky do testing ad copy. But if you are testing pictures, then the only way that I would recommend to do it is to either do a dark post or hide them. So right after you post them, so this is another thing I used to do, is I would post, if I was testing a bunch of different pictures, I'd post them all, and as soon as I ran them as an ad, I would hide 2 of them from my page, so that you could still see them in photos, but they wouldn't all be stacked on my page. But you can't hide them until you run it as an ad. If you hide it, you won't be able to select it as an ad.
Okay, so that's what I was getting tripped up on. So, but you can go and hide it even though the ad's running on it?
Yeah, so yeah, after the fact. You just can't do it before, because you have to select it off your timeline in Ads Manager. So so you can run it and then you can hide it.
Perfect. Okay, that just solved my issue. Thank you.
Perfect. You're welcome. Okay, here's some questions. I feel really stuck with my avatar. Okay, so I need you to elaborate on that. Can you unmute yourself? That's a really broad thing. It's not really a question. Kendra. It's nice to see you. I feel like I haven't seen so many of you for so long. It's so weird.
Okay. Why are you so quiet right now?
Am I quiet?
Yeah.
Can anybody else hear me?
Oh, never mind. Sorry, that was me. I turned the speaker off on my phone. Okay. That was totally my bad. I'm sorry. Okay, so my avatar previously that was working really well for me was targeting people that had been in other MLMs like I was but had failed, and they want something that would actually work for them. That was working really well for the most part, and my last 3 ads had been targeted more specifically towards that, but I feel like it's kind of getting like boring, and I'm kind of attracting the same people, and I feel like I'm just having the same conversations again and again and again, and I want to kind of try something else, but I don't know how to switch to a different avatar or what to target or what kind of people to go for. Like, I know your avatar is yourself, but I don't know how to specifically write an ad around that. Like the ads that I'm doing, targeting like people that have left previous businesses and want something else, it's working, but I feel like I could go for something that works a lot better, but I don't know where to go, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. So first off, you are going to be having the same conversations a lot. So that just comes with the territory. The thing is, and yeah, like over time, there's times where you'll get bored. And, but this is why I feel like I actually have a few different avatars. So I want you guys that are watching this to understand that your avatar is you, but it's not who you are, it's your motivation. So the thing is, Kendra, is like you're looking for people that have not succeeded in another business, whether it's MLM or whatever. And now you're like, this actually works way better than anything else I've ever done. So really what you're looking for is people that are burnt out more than anything, that also still have hope and faith in the online world. Whether they're a business owner or not, isn't really what you're looking for. You're looking for people that know there's value in the online space and they know what it takes to run a business. So you're looking for essentially entrepreneurs and you're also looking for people that are, they haven't given up quite yet, right? So what we do is we speak to their motivation more than anything. And when you're getting into that space with people, it gets a lot more fun. Your conversations kind of get to another level. The other thing is too, and this is why I tend to say, like, you got to pre-qualify people right off the bat. Because if people don't understand what this is, your conversations are going to go nowhere and you're going to be wasting your time. And Brody Nitro said this on the training the other night. He said, get them info as fast as possible, you know, so you still got to chat with them a little bit, but find out, like, what are they looking for? Like, actually, what are they looking for? So, and then get information, and then go from there. Now, in regards to switching your avatar, there is really only one way to do that without sticking your foot in your mouth and screwing up. And I know this because I did it. So if you want to switch your avatar, and so say for me, what I did was I went, okay, I don't want to target moms anymore. So instead of just changing everything right off the bat, I started doing content videos speaking to moms in a different way, because it wasn't the fact that I didn't want moms, it's the type of moms I was attracting. So before you give up on your avatar, maybe look at, like, is it your avatar that isn't working for you, or is it the people within your avatar that isn't working? So what I did was I realized that all the women that I was attracting that were moms also defined their life by motherhood. They literally defined their life by being a parent. That was what they lived for. That was all that they didn't know anything. So what did I start doing? I started talking about confidence and how important it is to have confidence after children and how we lose confidence. Then I also started talking about how motherhood does not define us. So what I did was I basically took motivation for the two types of moms that I really did want to work with. And those were the ones that really just wanted more confidence to be able to do things on their own. And also the ones that were like, you're right, motherhood doesn't define me. And I want to get back to that woman that I was before that worked full time and had her own thing. So what I did was I eliminated anybody that was reaching out to me because they were just a mom. So So does that make sense, Kendra? You don't want to relate, like, if you're getting bored of your conversations, it's because you're not finding the people within your avatar. So
I'm finding, like, good quality people, but I feel like my ads are recycled versions of each other. Like, it's all kind of the same thing. It's like either you had this huge high in your MLM business, then it failed, or your business, and then now you want something else, and this is what I have for you. Like, it's always kind of in that premise, and I want it to be something different. My leads are quality, like, they're good people. I'm extremely in love with the people that I sign, but I'm getting bored with talking to that specific avatar, and I don't know, like, I love the people that I attract because they know that I'm not, like, giving them a handout. They know they have to work. They know it's going to be hard work. They know it's going to be worth it. They know it's something that can help them bounce back. But I feel like every single ad is just me saying the same thing, but in different, like, a different way. You know what I mean? And I don't know if that's what I should be doing, if that's just what I found that's working for me, or I'm having trouble explaining this. I don't know how to still appeal to the same avatar without using the same ad again and again and again, but different.
So basically what you're saying to me in a nutshell is you have ads working, you're getting leads, and you like your leads, but you're getting bored.
I'm getting bored as hell with the way I'm writing my ads, and I don't know how to switch.
So to be totally honest, Kendra, I don't know what you want, because this is the thing. This is what's happening, is you're making it about you, and you're getting bored with people, and you can't get bored with people because you're offering an invitation to change people's lives. Maybe you need to spend more time doing mentorship with your team. Maybe you need to spend more time working with your team, because at the end of the day, I've been running the same ads for a year. I've been running the exact same ad, spin off. I just changed, literally, if you go back, anybody can do this. You can go on my business page and you can go back and look through my ads. You will find I've been running the same ads for a year. But my training and what I've learned and what I teach people, I constantly am doing more. So I think the problem, honestly, Kendra, for you isn't necessarily just that you're bored with your ads. I think you want more, and you might be ready to do some more mentorship. Maybe it's—
So basically, maybe I just feel like it's automatically my ads. Ocean, done. I'm sorry, I have dogs and they're crazy. So maybe it's not my ads. Maybe it's just I feel like I'm ready for a different like leadership role, and I don't know how to get. Okay, so maybe that's it.
The problem is not your ads, because you're basically telling me, and there's probably a lot of people on here right now that actually want to strangle you, that basically you're winning. It's working for you. You're just not satisfied. So guess what? Now it's time to level up. Now it's time to go, now what can you do for all these people? Maybe you need to start ManyChat. Are you using ManyChat?
No, I'm not, but that's definitely something else I should be.
So this is the thing. You only have one way to communicate with people, and you're not emailing people either, probably. Right? Okay.
No.
So
Sorry.
So this is the problem. Is you're bored because you're having first level communication with people, and you're not doing what I've been telling everybody to do in here. You have leads coming in, and you're having the exact same conversation with them because that's the only opportunity that you're getting. How about you get an opportunity to every single one of these people to start teaching them whether or not they work with you or not. You can start putting out a ManyChat blast once a week. You can start shooting YouTube videos and send it to them and show them your value. But yeah, if you're only having those first level conversations, damn, that gets boring. This is the thing, and this is why I tell you guys, don't get wrapped up in your ads. Like, you guys are bringing people to your funnel of your you-ness to have an opportunity to help them, to train them. But if you're not gathering data and you're not funneling them into something, you are wasting your time. And this business long-term is going to be just about ads and one-off and Adject sales. Who wants to do that forever? Honestly, you guys, like, who just wants to run ads, talk to people, get them to buy an Adject and be like, oh, sweet, see ya, thanks for the money, I'm out. No, we want to give people an opportunity to grow, to learn, to flourish, to know who we are, and to know when they get in here that, fuck yeah, I'm gonna change my life and be stoked, and not feel like they just. And Kendra, I'm not saying that you're not a good leader and that you're not checking in with them. What I'm talking about is your boredom is coming from a place because you're not making relationships, you're making sales. And there's a difference in there. Making sales all the time gets boring because it's the same thing. And honestly, you guys, very few of you in here like sales because it's not why you're here. Otherwise, you'd be selling cars in a car dealership. And that's boring. Imagine. So you're selling the same things over and over and over. If you wanted to do that, that's where you'd be. You're a marketer. And so get into marketing. Start thinking of yourself like a marketer, not a salesman. And this becomes way more fun. Way more fun. I promise you, I love what I do. And honestly, I don't get bent up on making sales because I know I'm creating relationships. I know I'm building a legacy. You know, like one day someone's going to be like, oh yeah, have you heard of that Shauna Clark chick on YouTube? Have you heard of Shauna Clark? She makes millions of dollars doing marketing. I know people are going to talk about me like that. Everybody's going to know my name because I'm building a legacy. And so do I spend a lot of time? Yeah, there's sometimes I get bored with conversations, but I've created so much content and I have a way, every single person I talk to, I have an opportunity to talk to them at least one more time. Every single person I talk to, I have an opportunity to communicate at least one more time before they unsubscribe from me. That's where we need to get. Does that make sense, Kendra? Because I really don't feel
so
like—
it's not me needing to expand my avatar. It's me needing to show up on more levels. Is
Yes.
what you mean.
You're ready. You have to start creating relationships with people.
I can do that.
Bored. So set up your ManyChats, set up your email, start communicating with these people. Once you have these people that come in and these people from other MLMs, then start creating relationships with them. Show them what's changed for you. The average person
Do you feel like ManyChats, sending emails, and YouTube, all three of those, if I start all three of those today, you feel like that's too much at once? Or should I gradually just go into one and master it, then go to the next? What do you feel?
ManyChat and emails are your first.
Okay.
YouTube, don't worry about YouTube right now. Get ManyChat and emails down. When you're religiously sending out one email a week and one ManyChat blast a week, and that's easy for you, plus creating content full time, then we can talk about YouTube.
Content is a piece of cake. It's literally effortless. I have no problem with content. Maybe that's why I'm getting so bored, because it's not really challenging anymore. Ads used to be hard, but now it's like anything I pump out, like I will get leads. So now it's just I need to master other levels.
Yeah, but you're only getting first level leads. You're killing your business. You're killing your business right now. Like all these people, like you
killing you.
You can't add them now. But think of all these people that have reached out to you if you had them on a list. You guys, I've talked about this over and over. You have to be building lists. This is your list. That's your list. You build your business, not the A's business, your business. Build it. And that's what you need to be doing. And if you want to expand your avatar and you want to start a new one, what you're going to do is you're going to have to commit to running ads to that new avatar for a while. So I've been working on millennials now for probably 6 months. I haven't got like anything from it, but I said I was going to stick out going for millennials for a year. And if it didn't work after a year, then I wouldn't go for that avatar anymore. That avatar is not me. But when I was fresh out of college and before I went to college, I have been a millennial. Like I was a millennial however long ago. So I know it's a good market, but I don't shut down my other avatar. If you're going to switch your avatar and you have one that's working, keep rolling with that one and be committed to trying a new one for a long period of time. And I would say a minimum of 6 months on working on a new avatar. So you do have to have the ad budget to do that because you're going to be doubling up. If you have something that's working, start gathering stuff and start building relationship. Yeah, Mel, that's totally true. So Kendra, that's what you're doing. You're killing me, Kendra. Kendra, you're going to have, everyone's going to be angry at you. They're going to be like, well, I don't get it. But you guys, but this is good. Actually,
why are you mad? I don't understand.
No, because people work really hard to get leads and you're getting leads. The problem with you and for you, my lovely, beautiful dear, is you do not listen and it takes so long. And then when you do listen, you're like, oh my God, this works. Oh my God. Why didn't I listen to you and Melissa sooner? And it's like, I'm like, girl, you would be double the income that you are right now if you had your email and ManyChat set up and you wouldn't be bored. This is not boring. Marketing is never boring. If you're bored, you're not doing it right because it's not boring. There's nothing boring about this. If you're bored and you feel like you're doing repetition over and over and over, then you're not building a personal brand. You're trying to make sales. Do you guys understand the difference? Do you understand the difference between sales and building and relationships? Does this make sense to you guys? Does it make sense? We spent a lot of time on this. I feel like we can move on now. So Kendra, let's see that happen and let's move forward. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm struggling with writing my short-term goals in my business. How did you start? Struggling with writing my short-term goals in my business. How did you start? So a short-term goal in this business would be like shoot one go live a week, write one email a week, and one ManyChat blast a week. That would be a short-term goal. So make something attainable. So that would be how you start, would be what can you do regularly to create consistency in your business? That would be a short-term goal. I think because then if you do that, because what a lot of people do is they go, well, I want to be 3A and this and that, but what do you need to do what do you actually have to do in order to get there? So that would be something, read one chapter a day out of a book for, whatever, that would be a short-term goal. I find when I set goals that are like, you know, that are basically like 3A, 4A, I want to make $10,000 in a month. What we really want to do is get into what actually is going to make that work for you. Okay. Does that make sense? Erin, was that helpful?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. And don't ever just feel like you can say yes if it doesn't make sense. Tell me and I'll elaborate. But that's just short-term goals. Keep them simple and something that you can manage. I've said this before. Goals, people either set them too big that they get burnt out by them, or too small that they get bored with them. And Kendra is an example of the too small. She's bored. She's bored because she hasn't created enough for herself to do. So she's getting bored. So that's an example. Good example. Have you ever changed it mid-business? I feel like my specific one is drying up. How would you adjust?
You've already answered that. You can just move on.
Okay. My avatar would be families who want to stay home with their kids, but last time I ran an ad that was doing really well, mostly got stay-at-home moms commenting that didn't have much of an income and didn't want to invest. Not sure how to go about it with interest. So that's the problem, is you families that want to stay home with their kids. That's way too broad. Like, that's way too broad. You have to simplify that a little bit. Most people want to stay home with their kids. But it's kind of the same thing as like, you know, single moms that have no money. So people that want to stay home with their kids, I would specifically look for women that are on maternity leave. They have a job, they have a career, that don't want to go back to work. That could be something. Wonder if recently divorced women would be a good one. Maybe if they're getting money, maybe. I don't know. It's an idea. I think about like where are the types of people I want to work with. People that work, people that have a job, and people that don't want to go back to that job. You know, that's an option. So does that make sense, Natasha? You have to be more specific. And those people that you're looking for, you have to know why they would even work. Like, this is for everybody, but it's not just for anybody. Like, not everybody can truly commit to doing this. Everybody could if they could commit. But people that like really just want a free ride, that's not going to work. So, you know, maybe people that traveled and then had babies and now they can't travel. You know, so you could go for travelers. When you're talking about people that have kids, what you really have to do is, who were those people before they had kids? That's the best advice I can give, because this is such a common question. If you're going for people with children, who were they before they had children? That's how you find them. And that's how you find their motivation. Does that make sense? Say yes if it makes sense, Natasha. Just, if not, tell me no. I don't know where Natasha is. Does that make sense to anybody else? Please unmute yourself and tell me if it does.
Yes, she said yes.
Okay, sweet. Can you be more specific on pre-qualify? I have a few questions, such as asking them about why they want to generate income online, and have they researched any other opportunities online? Do you have anything else to ask before you send leads, before the ebook or info message? Do you majority of the time send out ebook versus info message? I never send out an info message, ever. Don't at all. So pre-qualifying basically means that I know, so these are the things that I look for. Do they work? What do they do? And do they have what it takes? Do they understand what being an entrepreneur is about? Do they understand that it takes time, effort, and energy and money to build a business? Do you believe in the online world? That's a huge thing. Are you skeptic? And do you, like, some people are skeptics, but at the end of the day is, when people come to me, I'm like, do you understand the value in being online? Do you? You understand like that people are doing really well? And so what I'm looking for is that they understand the value in the online market, that they have revenue, they have income, and and if I think that they're coachable. And then once that's part of if I'm even going to get to the ebook with them. If they don't answer those questions, I don't send the ebook. Because honestly, if you're not going to take the time to read and answer my questions, you are not going to read my ebook, and I do not want to work with you. Absolutely not. So I've gotten to a point now, a little bit where I actually tell people, I say I've tightened up my mentorship program because I have. Honestly, I don't want to work with just anybody anymore. So, but that's a little bit different for everybody else. You know, you have to kind of get to that space. So pre-qualifying really is, have they watched a webinar? Have they read the ebook? You guys have so many resources that you have access to. I don't use the info message at all anymore. Mel just did something really awesome where she shot a little video of herself and she put it on YouTube, and she's going to pass that out to her leads. The thing is as far as what works, I have done everything. I've shot videos and put them on YouTube. I have done a little video of myself asking questions and posted in there. I've tried voice messages. I've tried info messages. The thing is what works for me isn't going to work for everybody. But as far as pre-qualifying, I will not get on the phone with anybody unless they have read my ebook in its entirety. And that is because this is the thing, you guys, is when you're passing out information, like you have to be like, listen, I'm at the end of the day, this is info that you're either going to see value in and that you can get excited about, or you're not. And there's no having to convince. But the thing is they have to get to a point where they'll trust you enough to even check that out. And that's why you ask those questions, to find that out about them and to make sure that they know that they're heard. So pre-qualifying, yes, are the questions that you're asking, Mel, what you're looking for. And then on top of that, getting them some kind of content. But you should be getting on the phone with everybody. Every single person in here should be booking phone calls with everybody. I personally don't get on the phone with someone because I don't have time anymore. There's 200 and something in Abundance Unleashed, and I can't get on the phone with everybody. And I know if I get on the phone with somebody, they are buying 100% of the time. I would say 98% of the time, a phone call, I get a buyer. So I already know that. But I'm not just looking for anybody and everybody anymore. I'm looking for a certain niche of people. I want quality people. I want people like Shane. Shane was one of my last guys that came in. Shane was like, he already knew everything. I just gave him the ebook and he was like, yep, this is what I'm looking for. That's where you get to a point where people, they're like, yeah, I'm ready. And all I know I need is a coach now. That's what they're looking for. They're looking for a coach. And that is a really good when you can get there. But for now, get on the phone with everybody. I feel like I was kind of all over the place with that, Mel, but did that help at all?
Yeah, I really liked the part about do you see the value in working online? I really want to ask that question.
Yeah.
Because
right?
I think that is that's what really stuck out for me was the value of being online. So they're not going to ask me, is this a scam? Is this a pyramid scheme? Like they already know that there's value. Then there's no reason why they need to be asking if it's a scam.
100%. That's the big thing. Like, I really want to know, do you understand? Like, do you see? Like, and that's why most of you are here, actually, because you know the value of online marketing. You know the value of learning online. And you know how much money you can make online. And that is, everybody that's here, you guys are all so super smart. You're all super smart for being here because that's what most of you know. And that's why you're here. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people that don't get this far because they kind of get jaded. They get burned too much online. So they're not doing it properly. But if you can find people that have faith and they're like, yes, I know that, then you're good. I would love to take your ads or leads. Oh, that's Aaron's talking to Kendra. Kendra. Kendra are putting out videos and good content every day on your business page. Yeah, Kendra, that is one thing I was going to ask. There's a lot of you doing a lot of stuff on your personal page. You need to be on your business page. So, yeah, I'm like all day long. Brian actually, when I was out in Cabo this last time, he actually even gave me shit for that. Not shit, but he was like, you're always posting stuff on your personal page. You guys, you post on Facebook not for likes, you post for buyers. That's what we do. It's what we do for a living. For a little while, say goodbye to just like posting for fun. It's a waste of your time. Post to make money. And if you notice, and most of you probably won't, but in the last, like, almost every single post that I do now refers to business or refers to something about business. Almost every single one of it on my personal page. I'm constantly going back to business. So, again, getting away from the airy-fairy manifestation all the time, blah, blah, blah. If you're going to be posting on your personal page, make it about business. We're not posting for fun anymore. You're a business person. You got to make money. You have to make money or you're not going to last. So if you're going to be posting on your personal page, make sure the bird there's a nest. I didn't notice. Sorry, squirrel. Okay, time to move on, I guess. Okay. There's so many things that you can be doing to 10x your business. It's time to level up. Yes. I feel like Kendra, we got Kendra. Kendra takes a lot from me and Mel, but it's because Kendra's been doing really well, but Kendra also sometimes takes a few times to hear something before she does it. So, but she is an example of somebody that when she does, it works. So always be coachable, and that will move you forward. And Kendra, after you do this, I want to talk to you in 2 weeks and from now and I want to hear your testimonial on how your business has changed. Growth never stops. Always learn more. What else can you do better? Provide more value. Absolutely, Mel. Question about email lists. Tips on getting them on an email list besides Ace Webinar email list. Well, is your Aweber set up, Mel? Because if it is, then when they opt into the webinar email, then you email them.
Okay, so maybe I'll just specify my question a little bit better, because I was just what you were talking with Kendra with like getting your email list like started and you're constantly building lists. Are you like, is a list also considered like your ManyChat?
Yeah.
Boosting that?
Yep.
Yeah, just because
ManyChat
a lot of
those are lists.
Okay, so that's what I was wondering. I was like, besides ManyChat, if I don't have leads that are opting in to the web class, but I still want to provide in their warm leads, I just wanted to know another way that I could be providing them once a week.
ManyChat.
Okay, that makes sense.
And just so you guys know too, the live webinars that Brandon runs are money. They do very, very well. So whenever you see that there is going to be a live webinar, send people to it. He does them very well. Brandon has always rocked those out. And every single time I've sent somebody to one of Brandon's live webinars, I've gotten a buyer 100% of the time. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy. I haven't told him that. Maybe I will. Agreed. I couldn't imagine boredom. No, I couldn't. I'm not bored. Yes, Shauna, makes sense. Yes, makes sense. Who they were before they had kids. I say that all the time. I'm making sure they're a good fit for me before I send them my link or even give them info. You will weed out the lazy that way. Absolutely. So we can send your ebook to people then to give them info. Absolutely. That's why I created it. I created it for me and for you guys. You guys use it. And if it's not working for you, it's not going to work for everybody. It's not. But there's a few people in here I think that it's worked for. I've been hearing that it's been working. It's worked well for me. I have to go to bed, put child to bed. You're welcome, Erin. I wish I knew everything. I noticed that I want to start doing that more. Kendra doesn't listen. She doesn't. She eventually she does. I love you, Kendra. How do we know when they are? How do we know when the live webbies are? Because they get posted in the ACE page. Also, you will get an email telling you that there is one because you're on the ACE email list. And I always know that there's going to be one because I see the emails come out. So I get an email from Brandon Odom saying live webinars tonight, because that's how I opted into somebody else's link. So I'm technically on, I'm on the webinar list. But next time I hear one, they're always the same nights. So if I hear of one, I'll let you guys know and then I'll post it in there. If you send them to the live webby over ManyChat, you have to give them the option to unsubscribe too. Well, your emails will always, Wilbur, whatever you're eating, stop. Oh, happy birthday, Hudson. Okay, bye, Mel. So when you send out a ManyChat, you give them the option to unsubscribe, and your email list will always have the option to unsubscribe. So, yeah. What? He had a shoe in his mouth? He better not. You're lucky. He costs me about $50 a day. He ate my last TV remote today. Anybody want a bulldog? All right. Okay, well, we're a little over 10 after 9. I feel like we should wrap it up, right? Wrap it up. Okay, well, I hope this was helpful for all of you. Thank you all for coming. Go and do your stuff. Get ManyChat going. I just did a training on it, and use it. Thank you for the tough love. You're welcome. Just want you guys to succeed. Like, honestly, you guys, like, when I'm being sassy and stuff, and like, I know sometimes I can like just like write stuff in a chat that might come off insensitive or snappy. And I'm not a snappy person at all. I really do want you guys to succeed. And to be honest, it pisses me off when I share stuff and I know that it works and you guys don't do it. And it pisses me off because I want you to succeed. Like, there's a lot of you on here that I gain nothing if you succeed besides knowing that you succeeded. I want more people on this planet to be successful. I want you to win. So the only reason I get like that and I get like short and kind of like short is because it's just like, I just like want to be like, this will make you money. Do you want to make money? Okay. So you're welcome. Take care, all of you. I love you all. And I will talk to you soon. Okay. Bye.